You think you're not consistent. You think you're the problem. You start something. You feel motivated. You promise yourself this time will be different. And for a few days, maybe even a week, everything feels right. You wake up with energy. You feel focused. You feel in control. And then slowly, without any big mistake, without any clear reason, you stop. Not suddenly, not dramatically, just quietly. You delay one day, then another, and before you realize it, you're back at the beginning. Again. And every time this happens, you tell yourself the same thing. I need more discipline. I need to try harder. I need to be stronger. But what if that's not the problem? What if you're not failing because you're weak, or lazy, or incapable? What if you're doing small things every day that are quietly resetting your progress without you even noticing? That's what this video is about. Not motivation, not pushing harder, but awareness. Because once you see these patterns, you'll never look at your habits the same way again. Every time you miss one day, you tell yourself something that sounds logical. I'll start again tomorrow. It feels responsible. It feels like you're fixing the mistake. But in reality, you're doing something much more damaging. You're resetting your identity. Instead of continuing imperfectly, you restart perfectly. You go back to day one. Again, and again, and again. And each time you restart, you lose something important. Momentum. Momentum is what makes things easier over time. But when you keep restarting, everything always feels hard. Because you never stay long enough for it to become natural. So your brain learns something dangerous. Nothing lasts. And when your brain believes that, it stops taking your efforts seriously. That's why it feels like you're stuck. Not because you failed, but because you never continued. You don't just want progress. You want fast progress. You want to change quickly, completely, perfectly. So you set high expectations. This time I'll do everything right. No mistakes. No breaks. And for a short time, you actually try. But reality is different. Real progress is slow, messy, uncomfortable. Some days are easy. Some days feel impossible. And when your expectations are too high, normal struggle starts to feel like failure. So the moment things feel hard, your mind reacts. This isn't working. And you stop. Not because you can't continue, but because it didn't match the perfect image in your head. You believe you need motivation to act. So you wait for it. You wait to feel ready, to feel energized, to feel inspired. And when that feeling comes, you start strong. But motivation is temporary. It fades. It disappears quietly. And when it disappears, you don't know what to do. Because your system was built on a feeling. So when the feeling is gone, your actions disappear with it. Consistency is not built on motivation. It's built on showing up, even when you don't feel like it. But if you rely on motivation, you will always stop the moment it fades. You take something simple and make it feel heavy. Instead of saying, I'll do a little today, you think, I have to do everything perfectly. So a small task turns into pressure, and pressure creates resistance. Your brain starts to associate effort with stress, and naturally, it tries to avoid it. Not because you're lazy, but because it feels overwhelming. So instead of starting, you delay, and that delay slowly becomes avoidance. You look at others, people who are ahead, more consistent, more successful, and without realizing, you start measuring yourself against them. Suddenly, your progress feels small, your effort feels weak, and your motivation drops. Not because you failed, but because you feel behind. Comparison doesn't motivate you, it creates pressure. and pressure leads to stopping. Oh, you don't act immediately. You think first. You analyze. You plan. You prepare. And it feels productive. But action keeps getting delayed. The more you think, the heavier it becomes, until starting feels impossible. And instead of moving forward, you stay stuck in your head. You expect results quickly. So when nothing changes, you assume nothing is working. But real change is invisible at first. It happens quietly, under the surface. And if you stop too early, you never reach the point where it becomes visible. So you quit, right before things start improving. And that creates the illusion. That never works for me. But the truth is, you didn't stay long enough to see it work. You don't need more discipline. You need awareness. Because once you see these patterns, you stop feeding them. And when you stop feeding them, they lose control over you. If this felt personal, then this series is for you. Subscribe. Stay. Because the next video will show you something even deeper. Something you probably never noticed before.